Like here. All right, so hey guys, I'm Angie White, and I'm here just to talk to you guys about buying and selling real estate, and two things that are very much so priority when it comes to real estate. But first, let me introduce myself just a little bit for you. I am a mom, of course. I'm a woman of God. I love the Lord. One of my favorite things is to dance before the Lord. I'm a prophetic dancer at my church. But also, I am a realtor, and I serve both the Georgia area and the Florida area. I'm licensed in both states. I've been in real estate for a while in one form or another. I've been in real estate for a while because I grew up with a father who built buildings. He built commercial buildings. So I was there with him. I would help him build commercial buildings. Then he went into investment property. I have a brother who has multiple investments. So I grew up around real estate like my entire life. And there are some things that you need to know before buying or selling, or when you're ready to get started when it comes to real estate. And I'm so happy that you guys are joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. Those who can, if you come in on a replay, those who are over here on my Facebook, you go ahead and just shout me out in the comments. All right. So just welcome. I am just I've been in real estate a few years as a realtor, and doing that portion of it, selling, helping buyers buy and helping sellers sell their homes. And I just found that a lot of realtors do not tend to educate their clients the way that they need to be educated. And so I'm here to educate you. Why not come and join me as I'm really ready to educate you on what you need to know when it comes to buying and selling a home. Just 2 tips today. That's all we're doing today. Just 2 tips on what you need to know when it comes to buying and selling a home. Now, when you're navigating this process, you want to go with somebody. You want to be around people that you trust, people that you know and you like. And so I want to make sure that you get to know the process for yourself so that you can be the best so you can buy and sell the best home, or buy and sell the best home you could possibly buy or sell. Okay. So the number 1 tip I have for you today. And I know it's just like a classic thing, but people don't even think about it. But my tip number 1 is you need a realtor. Why would I say that, right? You need a realtor. That's tip number 1. For a lot of people, they don't realize that the realtor is the one that's going to help you with the contract. They're going to help guide you through the process. You want somebody you can trust throughout the entire process of buying and selling the home that you have, or buying or selling your home. You want somebody you can trust. So one of the biggest mistakes buyers or sellers can do is they can do everything without a realtor. One mistake in real estate can cost you thousands of dollars, you can have missed opportunities. When it comes to real estate, you can have, there's many issues that can occur when you don't have a realtor, because realtors, they help you. Even my father and my brother, who has been in real estate for a really long time, and they buy and they sell real estate. They use realtors, right? Because they have a better understanding of the contract and the process that comes along with when it goes to buying and selling real estate. Even those who are experienced in investments, they use realtors to help them with buying and selling their houses. So it's very important that you get a realtor. Why? Because you need someone who knows the job and knows how to protect your interests. That's the main thing is a realtor knows how to protect your interests. So even when you go to a new construction property, there's an agent on duty. They're there to protect the interests of the new construction property, the builder. Yes, they'll sell you a home, but their main focus is to protect the interests of the builder. What you need is someone that's going to protect your interests when you are going into the process of buying or selling a home. Even when it comes to negotiating, when you're going to when you're going into the process of getting an offer set up, realtors are the ones that are going to be there for you when it comes to negotiation, when it comes to looking at what you can and cannot get in the process. It's very important that you know what you can and cannot get when it comes to real estate. I'm here to educate you. I'm here to tell you that you need a realtor to do that. You need a realtor that knows the ins and out of negotiating the deal. They know the ins and out of negotiating the contract. They know the ins and out of getting you the best deal that you can possibly get as a buyer or a seller. Hey, Tyrika, thank you for joining me. Thank you guys for joining me on TikTok. Those who are coming in and out on TikTok, thank you for joining me. I'm just here talking about real estate, Tyrika. So my tip number one, again, it is you need a realtor. And so a realtor also is going to help you protect your interests when it comes to the inspection process, because there are so many levels to the contract, so many ways that another person can get over you. So especially if the other seller, the buyer, they have a realtor, they're going to get the best deal for that other party, and you don't have anyone to protect your interests when it even comes to inspection. You got to go for an inspection on a property. You're going to want to know what you can and cannot get out of a deal when you go into inspection, right? So I absolutely want you guys to know that a lot of people, they say, I'm just going to go all alone. I'm just going to browse. I'm just going to, I'm just looking. But in reality, and you just jump in bed with whoever you can possibly jump in bed with when it comes to real estate, instead of actually knowing and having a realtor you can trust that knows what they're doing for you and has your back. You want a realtor that can help you with contract deadlines, making sure that every obligation is met by the seller or the buyer on every end when it comes to you. So if you're a buyer and you're asking this of the seller, you want an agent that's going to protect you and make sure you get everything you desire out of the deal, right? That's what you want a realtor for, right? I mean, I would want a realtor for that. When I got into real estate and I realized the depth of how things can go right or wrong in real estate, I mean, I was like, wow, a lot of people probably have been bamboozled and not even known it. They did not even know they were missing out on a lot when it comes to real estate. So you need a realtor. You want a realtor that's going to guide you and protect your costs and protect your pockets. I know a lot of people like to use tools like ChatGPT, things like that to gather information, but ChatGPT will help you gather information, but they do not have the real life experiences to explain it to you and make it plain to you from person to person. It's very important that you understand the ins and outs of real estate by a way of a trusted realtor. Okay, I've had buyers come to me and they would ask me question after question after question. And then I realized at one point that they were using AI to figure out the contract. Like they uploaded their contract to AI, and then they had all these questions because they were like, oh, this says I'm supposed to be getting this in the contract. This says I'm supposed to be getting that in the contract. But guess what? It was in the contract. So they were asking me if they were getting something that was already stated in the contract. And if they would just trust me at my word, they would have been able to have a better understanding of what I'm doing for them. And ChatGPT has words everything based off of a global perspective, whereas I'm giving you local perspective based off what contracts I've written in the area. So that's just good. That's just good information for you guys to know. We're good with pricing strategies for those sellers out there who are looking to sell your home. We're here to help you price your home and make sure that it is meeting comparable market value. Because if it doesn't meet market value, then your home initially will be either overpriced or underpriced. You could definitely easily do that. You need to know what the buyer demand is, and that's what a realtor is there for, to help you with buyer demand. We help you with marketing your home, marketing and making sure it's out there, and so that other people can hear and see that your home is on the market for yourself. Realtors are the ones that have access to the realtor websites, right? So we can get other agents and other realtors involved in the process with you. So this is just really just another tip. You don't want one mistake to cost you thousands of dollars. You just don't want that. I promise you don't want that. There are so many sob stories from people who have had issues when it comes to real estate because they did not use a trusted realtor. I'm here for you. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat and I'll be happy to answer. Also, tip number 2. So that was tip number 1, guys. You need a realtor. Tip number 2 is be ready. Be ready. When it comes to real estate, you need to know your budget. If you're a buyer, you need to know your budget. If you're a seller, you need to know how much you need out of this deal and if it is worth your time. It is important to be ready. Know what you can afford. This is not the number I think I can afford. Get pre-approved. That's another thing to be ready, is to get pre-approved. Your pre-approval number doesn't always match your affordability. That's something to think about. Your pre-approval number does not always match your affordability. You need to know what you can afford and what you cannot afford, okay? When it comes to purchasing a home. Let's go, guys. You gotta know if I can afford that monthly payment a month. If I can't afford that, then I need to be in a range where I can't afford it, So make sure you know what you can and cannot afford. Always have your documents together, your tax documents, your payroll documents, your bank statements. You want to have all your documents together, ready to go, because when you're getting pre-approved, they're going to need all of that information just to get you where you need to be, because there's the difference between getting pre-qualified and being pre-approved, okay? Because you can get pre-qualified pretty quickly, but pre-approval, sometimes a real verified pre-approval can take some time, and you want to have your documents in order, especially if you're looking at houses, right? So say we go look at a house and you don't have your pre-approval, then we got to wait a day or two to get your pre-approval, and then that house is gone because it's on the market, it's hot. Everybody wants it. Everybody's putting an offer on it. It's no time to waste. You always got to be ready when it comes to real estate, okay? You need to understand what your credit is looking like. I wouldn't get out there and be like, oh, I'm not sure what my credit is. No, know your credit score. Know what's on your credit, okay? Because that's going to definitely come up. It's very important when it comes to real estate. Your credit has to be in order. Especially if you're a buyer, your credit has to be in line. Now, most loans will allow you to get in there with 620 credit score if you don't have any negative debt. So it's an if. So they'll take you at 580, some very minimal. Some of them will take you at 580 credit score if you have zero negative debt. So you got to know what your credit is. You got to know where you are when it comes to your credit score. That is very important, okay, guys? It's very vital. All right, so for sellers, some things that you want to do as a seller, if you're selling your home, you want to have your home ready. Have it show ready. I love to say that. Have it show ready. Are you prepared for someone to come and view your home? If you're selling your home, you want it to be show ready. You want somebody to be able to come in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not saying perfect, but it has to be in a condition that the best condition can possibly be in based on your affordability and what you're doing. It has to be ready to go. Okay? You need your home to be ready to be seen by others. Because that's how you're going to sell it. They got to come in. They're going to look in every closet. They're going to open every cabinet. You got to be ready to be an open book if that's what it comes to, okay? When it comes to selling your home. Hey, guys, I see you guys. Hey, Tisha, Chris. Hey, Keisha. Oh, I see you. Thank you for joining my live. I appreciate it. So we're talking about the tips when it comes to real estate. Also, you also want to be realistic. If you're a seller, you want to be realistic about the price that you're pricing your home at. Because if your home is not priced appropriately, it won't sell. If it's underpriced, you lose out on the money. You don't want to be overpriced and you don't want to be underpriced. You want to get all the money you can. Hey, Prophet Micaiah, love you. Good to see you. You want to get all the money you can out of this deal. You need a trusted realtor. That was tip number one. Don't forget. Tip number one, you need a realtor. A trusted realtor. Someone you can trust. Someone that has your back. Okay? And I mean, if you're coming to me, I'm going to have your back. I can tell you 100% of my buyers have never, ever had to pay me a dime directly. I've been able to orchestrate it under my contract. That is one thing I know I can do as a realtor for you. Okay, so understanding today's market is important. You need a realtor to help you understand what's going on the market. Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? Those things matter in the market when it comes to selling and buying your home. Okay, guys? Also, be ready to move quickly. Sellers, you got to be ready to go. So when it comes down to selling your home, are you ready to be out of your house within the next 45 days? Or do you really need more time? You want to be able to move quickly. Are you able to get your home together and be ready? That's tip number 2. Be ready. Are you ready to move? If you're not ready, then you need to take some more time. You need to really think about what you're doing and what you're not doing when it comes to selling your home. So those are my 2 tips. The 2 things, again, were you need a trusted realtor. Here I am if you need me. Ask any question. You can always DM me. I'll be happy to help you. And also, let me see. I see something that you absolutely saw a house on Sunday. Another offer put in on Tuesday. Absolutely. That happens, Chris. Definitely. It can definitely happen. Okay. Yes. But also, when it comes, also, if you're buying or selling and you need help, I'm here to help you. Again, I'm licensed in the state of Georgia and Florida. At the moment, you never know what God will do, because I might be licensed somewhere else soon. You never know. Amen. So, but if you have any questions, you can drop questions in the comments after I post this live, or you can DM me if you have any questions about real estate. I'm happy to assist you guys with all of your real estate endeavors, whether it be investment property, commercial property, residential property. I'm here to help you to achieve your goal when it comes to real estate, okay? And I proudly serve all my clients, and I'm happy to report I really haven't had any negative issues when it comes to client. Now, there are some concerns that come up every now and again, but I've had a lot of great reviews and great connects when it comes to clients. I'm so happy to be a realtor. My favorite part is getting at home and showing you the house, because I want to see how your face lights up when you get into the room. You would absolutely love. That is just like my favorite part. But I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Don't forget to DM me if you have any questions. I love you guys. Don't forget it. Bye.